She moves an inch and the egg dies, a chieftain snarled. The shell trembled. A whisper slid through the stone. Mother? Myra didn't move. Her back pressed to the warm, silver-blue egg. Her hands burned where they touched it. Spears rose from the ring of clans, ash, tide, thorn, their paint striped the cave like war scars. The law was simple: break the monster eggs, break the cycle. The egg whispered again. Mother? Not to the clans. To her, Myra swallowed. I'm here, she said, so soft only the shell could hear. She could feel its pulse. Not a monster. A heartbeat fast, afraid old women chanted the rule. No hatchlings. No mercy. The last war had taken fathers and brothers. Ash smoke still lived in the mountain soil. She knew that. She had shoveled the graves, but she also knew the other thing. 10 nights ago, when she found this egg in the chasm, it had hummed a lullaby she knew from the cradle. Her mother used to sing it before she vanished into a storm. The clan said the monsters ate her. The egg's melody said otherwise. Chief Rana stepped forward, Volf-bone braids rattling. Myra of the tide, move aside. We end it now. Kellen, Myra's oldest friend, stood at Rana's shoulder. He couldn't meet her eyes. He kept his grip on the spear tight. Myra remembered his laugh, his old promises. Stay safe, stay small. He had always loved the law. He thought it kept them alive. Rana, Myra said, if this egg hatches under blade, it will die angry. It will die, Rana said. Anger is a luxury for the living. The egg kicked under Myra's palm. Heat flared up her arm. She bit back a cry. The glow pulsed brighter, blue as winter flame. The cave walls caught it and threw it back in shards. Something in the shell was trying to speak, not with words. With memory, a voice inside her mind, small and thin. Miri, only one person ever called her that. Myra froze. She was 5 again, under a storm blanket, while her mother whispered, Hush, Miri, the sky has teeth, but it loves you. The egg's light rippled. Not a monster's hunger. A child's need. And behind it, a shape, a woman with wind-wet hair, smiling through rain. The image hit so hard it buckled Myra's knees. Myra! Kellen shouted, Move! She didn't. Rana lifted her hand. The front spears dipped for a throw. Stop! Myra lifted her own hand. Her voice shook the air. If you kill this, you might end us. Rana's laugh was sharp. It ends us if it lives. Listen, Myra said. There's a story none of you tell. You whisper it through doors when you think we sleep. The first pact, the time when we didn't hunt them. When we shared fires. Old faces shifted. A murmur ran through the ring. Rana's eyes flared. Forbidden's tales rot the root, girl. You rotted it first, Myra said before she could stop herself. When you turned a pact to rage. Kellen took a step. Myra, please. The egg shuddered, as if sensing the next breath would decide everything. Myra pressed her forehead to the shell. I'm here, she whispered again. It was not a lie. She had stood guard 3 nights without sleep. She had drunk meltwater. She had listened to the egg croon at the moon and hummed to her bones. Move, Rana said. No. In the corner of her eye, Myra saw Kellen's shoulders tense. He would aim for her, not the egg. He would try to wound, not kill. He would regret it forever. She knew him better than he knew himself. The egg's hum rose to a keen like wind through iron. The glow became a column. It climbed her hands, wrapped her wrists, licked her scars. She felt a thing pass from shell to skin. Not fire, not water. A bridge dot, and then mid-breath the world tilted dot. The voice inside her sharpened, older now, warm with smoke. Miri, the storm took me because I chose it. The worm didn't eat me. I learned its name. I carried it. When I burned, I sang you safe. Her mother. Not dead, bound, the egg wasn't only a child. It was a vessel of bond-song. It held both the hatchling and the last echo of the woman who had walked into lightning with a calm face. Miri, the voice said, soft with pride and sorrow. I chose the pact. You must choose too. Myra staggered. The ground steadied under her feet, but the inside of her spun. She could see her mother standing in a rain of sparks, hands on a shell like this one, singing. She could smell storm. She could feel the old, forbidden truth. The clans had broken the pact, not the Wyrms. The eggs didn't breed war. The eggs kept the sky's hunger quiet. Kill them all, and the mountain would wake with teeth. Throw, Rana said. Kellen's spear left his hand. Myra moved. Fast. She spun. Used the curve of the shell as shield, and the spear skittered off with a ring of iron on scale. It cut her shoulder, hot and immediate. She hissed. More spears lifted. Enough. Her shout came from somewhere deeper than her lungs. The glow in her wrists flared. Symbols burned along her skin-tiny script, curling like waves. The egg sang to those marks. The marks sang back. The cave answered with a low, old hum. Even Rana faltered. Kellen stared. Myra, what are you? Tired of lying, she said. And even she didn't recognize her voice. A crack shot across the shell. Everyone heard it. The ring of clans flinched. The egg squeaked, a desperate, thin sound. The crack widened. A sliver broke away and rolled to Myra's foot. Behind the skin, an eye blinked, clear as rain over glass. It was not wild red. It was dusk blue. It looked at Myra and calmed. Mother? It said again, weak but real. Tears flooded her eyes. Yes, she breathed. Yes, little one. Monster, Rana whispered. Archers! Boughs rose. Cords drew tight. Myra spread her arms to cover the egg. Shoot me, she said. You'll have to walk over my body. Kellen's bow lifted with the others. His face was ash pale. He met her eyes. He shook his head, a tiny plea. Don't make me dot another crack. The shell split like old ice. A muzzle pushed through, slick and trembling. Smoke curled, not black but pale, like fog. The hatchling coughed. The cave filled with a smell like rain on hot stone. The marks on Myra's wrists burned fierce. The lullaby rose on its own. Her mouth shaped it, soft, steady, the trilling note her mother used when thunder rolled outside. Thunder rolled. The mountain answered with a rumble that wasn't stone. The sky darkened, though they were underground. Wind pressed through the tunnel, cold and wet. A shadow fell across the entrance. Every bow dipped. Every throat swallowed. From the mouth of the cave, a vast eye stared in. It held the same dusk blue, older and endless. A voice, not sound but pressure, moved through Myra's bones. Daughter, it said. Not to the hatchling. To Myra. Her heart stopped. Started again a hard clap. Her mother's echo in the egg. The living sky at the door. The clans shaking like leaves. Myra lifted her chin. I choose the pact, she said. Rana fumbled an arrow. Kellen dropped his bow. The hatchling sneezed, a ring of gentle flame that didn't burn. It floated like a halo, and the cave walls reflected it like stars. Outside, the stormworm drew breath. Arrows scraped stone. Myra took one step forward. Blood warm on her arm, song bright in her throat. Every choice like a blade. Let them try, she whispered to the child. We'll show them what a mother is. The air turned to lightning. If this hit your nerves, stick with me for part 2. Follow now so you don't miss the storm.